Race for success. Chapter 5. Relationship. When people think of the word relationship, many, especially the youth, often interpret it as referring solely to the interaction between males and females. I say to you, that's a big misconception. That meaning is just a small segment of what a relationship truly entails. In its broader sense, a relationship refers to an interaction, a pact, or a shared vision between two or more people for a specific purpose. It is shaped and defined by the activities and interactions between individuals. For example, interactions in an office setting reflect a master-servant relationship. Relationship is an essential aspect of success that touches every facet of human endeavors. Success is unachievable without nurturing relationships, even if it means interacting with your adversaries. A fan with a single hand can't adequately ventilate a room without the support of other hands. There must be collaboration or association between similar beings to accomplish a specific purpose. One of the fundamental principles of a relationship is reciprocity. To reciprocate, there must have been an interaction between people. Thus, one great mind cannot reach its full potential without the contributions of others. Relationship is a key ingredient in the actualization of any known goal. The important note I want us to understand is the viability of relationships. Relationships should be supported, accepted, and encouraged only if they are established to achieve positive results. Hence, relationships are worth planning for and fighting to sustain. Habits of welcoming and unwelcoming relationships. The habits of welcoming and unwelcoming relationships involve respecting and upholding the value of relationships. These habits or attitudes are what protect the interest and purpose of any relationship. These attitudes act as the spirit that must be embodied by all parties in a relationship. In any relationship, the following spirits or qualities are essential: determination, focus, integrity, teamwork, conflict management/resolution. However, the values within a relationship refer to the do's and don'ts that guide the relationship. The survival and sustainability of a relationship depend on how well these qualities are upheld by all involved parties. Welcoming these qualities fosters success, as they are the key habits needed to achieve mutual goals in any corporate setting. On the other hand, unwelcome habits are the lack or absence of these qualities. Such deficiencies jeopardize and undermine the objectives of a relationship, potentially rendering all efforts fruitless. A welcomed habit respects and maintains the value of a relationship, while an unwelcome habit devalues its purpose and vision, ultimately preventing it from succeeding. The right time to move in. Virtually every successful step in life has its appropriate time. Timing adds momentum to any relationship, enhancing its success. Knowing when to enter a relationship is critical, and it should be based on a well-thought-out decision. Remember, a relationship is an interaction, either planned or unplanned, between people to accomplish a predetermined goal. Therefore, there is only one right time to move in, not two. For a wise person, a relationship is only needed when it adds value to your present life and future ambitions. Don't act like the many average people who embark on an expedition without an adequate plan. Poor planning leads to wasted efforts. Every relationship should be clearly defined to ensure meaningful intersection and mutual benefits. This will help you improve and advance in life. Choosing the right partner. Relationship, as an interaction between individuals or groups, requires partners. As the saying goes, a tree cannot make a forest. A forest exists because of the diversity of trees standing together within its boundaries. In the same way, relationships are formed by people of similar caliber or shared visions. However, any organization, group, union, or association built solely on the status or caliber of its members is bound to fail. Even if it starts well, it will eventually become nothing more than a story. The best partners in any relationship that aims to yield positive results are visionaries, those who share the same dreams, values, and goals as you. I recall a conversation I had with a colleague named Tessie, a few years back at one of the colleges where I once taught. We were discussing gender relations, and she told me the story of how she married her husband. The irony was that the man she thought she would marry was not the person she ended up with. Tessie had been in a relationship with another man named Terry before meeting her husband. Terry and Tessie had been best friends and colleagues since college. They did everything together, both academically and socially. Everyone believed they would eventually marry. During their relationship, Terry often expressed his ambition to earn a professorship. After graduating, both got jobs at reputable organizations. Feeling secure in their careers and love, Tessie suggested they start preparing for marriage. However, she was shocked to find out that Terry's priorities were completely different. He was focused solely on becoming a professor and insisted that he would only consider marriage after achieving his academic goals. The lesson here is that Tessie and Terry had conflicting dreams and values from the beginning. While Tessie was focused on building a family after earning her degree, Terry was committed to his academic aspirations. Tessie, blinded by love, failed to recognize this conflict early on. The power of relationship, the race to abundance, and unforeseen glory. There is a tremendous sense of achievement when the result of a relationship is positive. A successful relationship surrounds you with people who love and support you because you share similar visions and values. The highest form of happiness is being with those who share in your joy, progress, and challenges as if they were their own. The glory that comes from a relationship is immeasurable, and it rests on how each individual responds to the circumstances of the relationship. Below are some of the key rewards and benefits of a relationship. Social gathering. The first step to a successful relationship is interaction. It is impossible to build relationships with people who care about you if you lead an isolated life. Relationships are built through social gatherings like family events, parties, institutions, offices, and conferences. The family is the first and most important social gathering in our lives. It is the foundation from which we gain the courage and confidence to express ourselves. Social gatherings give you the platform to share your ideas, pains, and joys, helping others understand your perspective. Through interactions with family and friends, I discovered my ability to teach. During many discussions, I would introduce a topic and explain my reasoning, often leaving people saying, "You should be a teacher or lecturer because you explain things so well." Thus, interacting with others is one of the key prerequisites to discovering our desires, passions, and capabilities. Never work alone. Many people do not understand the importance of never working alone. Welcoming the qualities of a good relationship, such as integrity, is crucial. Engaging in activities that benefit others ensures that you never work alone. The fight and struggle of a successful person often becomes the vision of the masses. In any group, whether it be a family, household, nation, state, society, or country, the joy, peace, and progress of one member contribute to the collective comfort of all. Likewise, the struggles, pain, and challenges faced by one person become the responsibility of the entire group to resolve. A great example is Nelson Mandela, who fought against political injustice in South Africa. When Mandela was happy, the whole country felt fine, but when he was sick or suffering, the nation was in turmoil. This connection existed because of the deep relationship between Mandela and his people. His immeasurable and positive impact on their lives benefited both him and the society at large. Stress easiness and hastiness of goals. Relationships make a journey of 1,000 miles achievable within the distance of 100 miles. Like the teamwork spirit that moves a football across the field in seconds, goals become attainable in a shorter time than expected because of the cooperation and joint efforts of the people involved. When I was a child, my father used to tell us a story about the importance of maintaining good relationships. He shared this story to encourage unity in our family, as we lived in a polygamous household. He often said that he experienced the benefits of positive relationships during his adolescence in Ghana. This event happened in the early 1960s. My father told us about a family consisting of 2 wives. The first wife had 3 children, 1 daughter, the eldest, and 2 sons. The second wife's son had received a scholarship to study abroad, specifically at a university in the USA. However, on the day he was supposed to leave for the airport, he was robbed by armed robbers. The money he lost was borrowed from friends and even from enemies, due to the family's financial difficulties at the time. This unfortunate incident made him return home heartbroken, as he had lost all hope of fulfilling his childhood dream of studying abroad. Fortunately for him, his eldest stepsister, the daughter of the first wife, heard about his predicament. At that time, she was a successful businesswoman. Without hesitation, she arranged for him to catch the next available flight to the USA. Her intervention eased his stress and prevented him from losing hope. Without her help, he might have wallowed in despair over the missed opportunity. 7 years later, he graduated with distinctions from his university. Due to his outstanding academic performance, he was offered a job at a reputable company in California, where he was retained as an employee. He became the pride of his family. 10 years after the unfortunate incident, he was living a luxurious life, enjoying financial success. However, his eldest stepsister, who had helped him during his time of need, was now struggling. She could barely afford 3 square meals a day for herself and her children, and she couldn't send them to high school or college. When her stepbrother heard about her financial difficulties, he felt deeply saddened. It was his turn to repay her. He took full responsibility for her children's education, sending them to the best schools both at home and abroad, far exceeding her expectations. This act of reciprocation was possible because of the positive relationship between him and his stepsister. The goals she had for her children were accelerated and achieved beyond her imagination, thanks to the power of relationships. Homogeneous character. Homogeneous character is one of the greatest powers and benefits of a relationship. It refers to the shared values and synergy between people working together toward a common goal. It serves as the foundation for building strong, lasting, and sustainable relationships. When people of similar values come together, they drive each other toward achieving their predetermined goals or dreams. Investing your time in relationships. Relationships are like investments. People dedicate their time and efforts to associating with others to gain value. In investments, the objective is profit. Similarly, in relationships, the goal is value, whether that value comes in the form of love, friendship, economic or political support, technological advancement, spiritual growth, security, wealth, or other benefits. Investing time in relationships can be categorized into 3 groups. Only one of these groups is truly worth investing in for consistent and lasting improvement. 1. People who diminish your value. These individuals are not worth investing in when it comes to building meaningful relationships. They won't contribute to your progress or dreams, and instead, they will drain your energy. While you don't need to completely sever ties with them, it's best to maintain a distant and friendly relationship with this group. Avoid seeking their advice, but don't hesitate to help them if they ask for your assistance. People in this category include negative-minded individuals, people who never see the good in others' efforts, chronic procrastinators, those whose actions do not match their words, people who constantly discourage your ideas, individuals who remain stagnant in progress, not wealth-related, people who never give you their full attention or support. These individuals are often referred to as dream extinguishers. 2. People who neither diminish nor extinguish your value. Friendship with this group of people can't be completely dismissed, as they are common in our lives. Many of these individuals are our friends, partners, family members, or colleagues. They listen to your ideas and are generally supportive, but they won't elevate your goals. While it's fine to relate with them, they aren't the best people to invest time in if you're looking for real value. A key trait of this group is their willingness to listen, but they often help when there's something to gain in return. Their characteristics include, they offer help but expect something in return. They often keep track of the favors they've done for others. Their advice often doesn't lead to significant improvement. They may explain their own problems extensively before helping you, or not at all. They can sometimes be hypocritical in their support. These individuals are called dream facilitators. They're helpful when there's no better option available. 3. People who enhance your value. This group is the most valuable. These are the individuals worth going the extra mile for. I call them models, mentors, or creators of achievers. Their positions, wealth, age, or influence don't inflate their egos. They're always willing to help others succeed, providing guidance and support at every step. If you ask them for one piece of advice, they will offer you multiple solutions. This reminds me of one of my mentors, the late Mr. Kode, who was the father of one of my friends, Sei, also late. Mr. Kode was a chartered accountant and a retired deputy chief accountant at the School of Medicine, University of Lagos. He assisted me greatly when I was working on my first book, Oriented Financial Accounting. He told me, "My door is always open, you can come to me for anything you don't understand." When I asked him a question about a particular topic, his response opened my mind to other important aspects I hadn't even considered. He also advised me on how to publish and market the book, providing contacts of people who could help. He was a person who enhanced value. These individuals are often referred to as dream creators. They are the best people to lean on in your race for success. Their attributes include, they do not display hypocrisy when helping others. They genuinely care about your progress. They always want to know how they can assist in your success. Their goal is to see others succeed and be happy. They have empathy for others, regardless of the circumstances. Investing time in relationships with dream creators is key to achieving lasting success.